When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
Tonight's the night. Well, not actually. There's more nights like this coming up, but we're closing season 4. Season 4. Season 4 of The Americans, Justified, and Game of Thrones concludes tonight. We will rank the episodes, the seasons, along with everything else. Should be an interesting show. Might hear Mark talk the most he's ever talked in this episode. So for our Mark lovers out there, get ready. You're about to hear a lot of him. There are some fans. Don't worry, Mark. Speaking of the man, the mustache, the chill. How you doing, Mark? How was your viewing experience? And how many times did you rewind one scene?
Oh man, here's a good thing. This episode is not on VHS because that part of the thing would just be burned out. So, I would not be able to see any of it. This is a pretty good week. Better week because at least for non-TV reasons, sports world, the Minnesota Timberwolves just did the greatest thing they ever could have done by beating the Denver Nuggets. That was awesome. I don't know if I think I got to send co-host some flowers. Thanks a lot. We get to play you guys. Probably going to beat you in 5, and then we're playing the Thunder. We're 31. This feels like 2007 all over again.
Oh, Spurs dynasty back on by a freak of nature. Should be interesting. The Joker went down. Unfortunately, that was their only shot. The Spurs' only hiccup.
So those
that should be fun.
Lacrosse teams or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of the man that does definitely when we say, there's not everybody's sports fans in this. There's not many sports fans. Matt's the captain. That's the captain.
If they make a movie about this in 10 years, I'll watch the hell out of it.
That is true. Matt can tell us the things about pro wrestling, football, basketball. Huh? Excuse me? No one gives anybody an RKO and that shit. Matt, how was your viewing experience? Your last stand, because apparently next season of Justified you're going to die. So.
Yeah, I am definitely going to not be defending Justified for the next few weeks. I'll come back for the final season and I'll say kind things to it. But no, this is some good stuff. I think I'm really definitely looking forward to talking about Game of Thrones tonight, so that should be exciting. How about you, Cody?
Yes, there is a bright spot. I had 2 bright spots, honestly. I think Americans is still a very solid, very good show. But Game of Thrones is on a whole nother level. They have such an impactful episode ending that the next episode, fuck off. We're not even going to discuss what happens in Westeros, at all. We don't give a damn. You want to know what happened? Tune in on episode 10. We're at the wall. I think it's brilliant. That episode, that time alone will take probably a majority of the show runtime, but we will kick it off. My viewing experience was good. Again, Matt's on or off sometimes. He doesn't ask me sometimes. He asks me other times. But it was good. It was fine. I just had to sit through 2 hours of my kids doing shit that teachers force them to do, and I had to look impressed. So yeah, I'm here now. So excited. Starting late and pissed off and grumpy as hell. So that should bear well for Justified later. On to the Americans.
All right, so we're kicking off with episode 11, Dinner for 7. Elizabeth completes the last steps of a very personal operation, but at what cost?
Ooh. Play it for me. That was brilliant. Listen, can we just describe real quick that Dinner for 7 And then when we find out who the 7 are, that scene should have been a billion times more tenseful than it was. It was literally
like the whole episode was just we got to see like the whole awkward dinner.
like you saw Paige's face and I'm like, oh shit. And then you saw what's his name?
Pastor Tim or Sam? Or
Pastor
Stan.
Tim. No, Philip's face.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're like, I'm like, oh shit, this shit's gonna get awkward. They're gonna tiptoe around it. No, hey, Pastor Tim, you did some fucked up shit by chaining yourself to that fence, right? Yeah. We teach people to, blah blah blah. It was just this weird. I was expecting way more tense stuff. It just didn't.
It's crazy how it's going to end with probably Pastor Tim's probably be now investigated by the FBI instead of the Americans.
Can we also talk about how awkward this episode opens with? Pastor Tim walks in and he's apologizing and he's saying, yeah. And they're like, no, we get it. We understand. Like, yeah, that makes sense. And about all this stuff. Oh, well, that's it. Just like moseys his way out. Like, I'm like,
he's like, we're really sorry. Please don't kill us.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying you are, but if you are, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's about it. Okay, they're gone. Then the fucking awkward as fucking shit.
Speaking of awkward.
Because, like, what is it? Is it Gabriel?
Gabriel, yeah.
He's like, sorry, asked, mission's on. Can go complete your mission.
I mean, who could have saw that coming? That the Russians were just gonna make them do it anyway.
But that was the cliffhanger from last episode.
My question would be: is like, Elizabeth, you made him believe you had sex with him, and that's where we're just gonna leave it off?
Well, now that we know what the rest of her mission was, we can understand why she would have been at least okay leaving it there.
I remember watching that and seeing that. I remember seeing that and, oh yeah, duh. Like the Russians give a fuck about their feelings. Like
they're like, wait. Elizabeth asked that?
We learned in episode 1. Episode 1, they didn't give a fuck about your feelings. They damn sure don't do now, Elizabeth. She has to walk in the house and goes, I'm pregnant. Well, you can't keep it. It's like, what? It would ruin everything. What do you mean?
Man, that poor guy, I tell you.
Yeah, just really took a turn, honestly.
Also, want to talk about the weird, awkward scene between Stan and Ola, where he's like, they want me to turn you. They want me to flip you. This will be the last time we talk because I'm not doing it.
Stan was like bearing his soul to the guy.
I was like, why don't you just get on your knees and blow him? Like, what is this scene, Stan?
I mean, it kind of reminds me of like that meme of like when people created like Steph Curry taking like a 3 from the moon. Like, yeah, this is what this feels like. Like, all right, it's gonna work, or it is.
So do you think that this was Stan legitimately like saying like, hey, I don't want to do this to you, and we're done? Or he's like, yeah, I'm gonna throw this at him and he can watch him come crawling back to me.
Yeah, this was his like, he's not doing it, but like, ask me about it. Just like ask me about it. It's a kid from the playground that throws rocks at the girls that he likes. Like, tell me I'm cute. Like, tell me I'm cute, baby. Like, he's so mean, but he loves me. Like, that's it. Like, I have a secret to tell you. Are you gonna tell me? Nah, I can't. But you should tell me. Like, what?
Oh my gosh!
And then we get this fucking weird Philip and fucking Gabriel and the other.
Oh my god! That's Gladys from Leftovers. Yeah.
That's what I thought it was, but I was like, is that Glad? I didn't even look at it. I get PTSD anytime I think of Leftovers. So I like to keep that in the history bank. Like, it happened.
I mean, no one's like Rockstar this is a better mission.
Can we help you? Yeah, we're her family. Yeah. And she killed her. What? Oh, I didn't intend. Well, you're gonna take me to get this money. They're gonna stay here. They can't.
Oh,
You-
really? Oh man.
They get to work on hacking and the shit. And what do they end up getting? We know they just put the file. They just get the files off the computer.
Well, no, because I think they're just trying to get like the access code or something like that, so that
Right.
the other guy can get to like the Section 4 or whatever and get the
Oh,
virus.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we
yeah.
see what happens to that later. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So. So in the end game, all of this was for a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. This poor guy.
Yeah, poor bastard.
And so this means that Elizabeth can't be friends with that woman anymore.
I mean, she could pull the like, "Hey, that was my twin sister. She had an accident," but now we could be friends.
Historically has not been pulled off. Like, hey.
Oh man, I mean, it's crazy that like that was the. I wonder if they've like done this to someone before. That is definitely like a crazy way to get access to something.
This happens kind of throughout these 3 weeks, but just kind of pose a question: like, is Elizabeth trying to bang Pastor Tim? Like, what's going on there?
Well, I mean, she tried the EST thing, and she is like, "This is legitimately stupid." But she's now suffering from like the soul pains that Philip has been like suffering from this whole show, and she needs to talk to somebody.
If she gets in that bed with him, that pillow is going over his face, and he is dead. They could literally call her the Black Widow. Like, I'm telling you right now, that man is gonna die.
Like, it could be just
Which by the way, I'm 0 for 2. Motherfucker can't die. Motherfucker don't die. I know how the season finale is going to wrap up. I know how this is going to wrap up. The fuck I do. I know how TV's written. Nina dead. That's how we kill her. This Pastor Tim going to be the side character that runs the longest of anybody.
Yeah, they're having those talks, and even though she's like tells me, I don't believe in God. I just like say things to make me feel better.
Right. And then the end of it, Paige got to see what Mama's good at.
Oh, awesome!
We knew she was going to find out some way. Like, you don't kill anybody, do you? Mom, I have some questions. You slit that dude's throat real easily, and you didn't blink. Do you do that often? Yeah. Mama got game. It was fascinating. It was absolutely fascinating. But it was like, she's like, is he okay? Oh, no.
He's in a better place.
Now, again, what does she want? Like, there's only 2 good options in that situation. Like the only option is either death or they're going to be beat up or roughed up. So
it is true. Although, I mean, Elizabeth really, she could have, breaking his neck. She could have done like something that is not nearly as violent as just stabbing the dude in the neck.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's as we learned last season, when Sally Draper saw like her dad just like on top of this woman, like some images just don't ever get out of your head. Like,
Sally, I don't know what you think you saw, but you didn't. It's still one of the best lines ever. Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, at least Elizabeth wasn't like, "Hey, let's break this person's arms and legs and put him in a suitcase."
Yeah, crazy. Good episode though.
Yeah, pretty solid.
This was pretty good.
I think, like you said, though, I think that they could have done more with that awkward dinner.
Oh,
just Henry, like, oh hey Stan, yeah, you should stay
like
for
even
dinner.
if Stan dropped like, everything's rough with the Russians right now, and like shots across the table go like nothing like Stan.
Because I like for sure thought like Pastor Tim was gonna like pull one of them aside, like, does he know you guys are Russians?
Yeah, something like
that dinner scene. Honestly, was a good precursor for this whole week.
Yeah. All
right. So that can take us to episode 12, a Roy Rogers in Franconia. As Paige deals with the last episode's trauma, she sees her mother in a new light and finds she has inherited some of her parents' skills. Yeah, Paige definitely did not take the whole mom just killed somebody very well.
I mean, she took it about as well as I would have. I had to watch my mom stab somebody in the neck. Probably
at this point she knows her parents are like spies and stuff. It shouldn't be that much of a shock.
I mean, I guess so, but you still gotta sit there and hey, and also, Paige is right. You've never actually told me anything about what you do, and every time I ask, you kind of just tiptoe around it. And even at this one, it's just like, well, Elizabeth's trying to give her a good idea of why she's doing what she does, but still kind of like this. I don't know. It's for the country, and I want to be a soldier, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna be like this until the next time I see you do something terrible.
Oh goodness. And then we get
Elizabeth's whole action, don't act like you haven't ever seen this before. I'm pretty sure I've never seen you kill anybody before.
I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen somebody get stabbed in the neck.
Mom, I've never even seen you use a knife that many times. You used that right on his throat. I asked you pretty clear, do you kill people? You said no. I would like to revisit that conversation.
I don't kill people. I help them find accidents.
Yeah. Paige, stop being a pussy. It happened. You're Russian. Move on.
Then over at the FBI office, they finally they're getting into the whole figuring out the mail robot has been bugged. And because I think in the last episode they found out about the lady who died at the repair place for the thing, but yeah, they take it apart and find a bug. I tell you that this poor FBI office just been having not so great luck.
I mean that, and the other director, I guess, just doesn't understand the facts of life, and Stan's got to explain.
Gabriel, though, they called Martha's parents and let them know that yeah, she's okay. So stop worrying. Don't talk to FBI agents no more. Everything's cool.
Do me a favor, shut the fuck up. Right? Stop talking to people.
Martha's enjoying her life over in Russia now.
She's cool, and just stop talking about it. All right.
Maybe one day we can get you to write a letter for her or something.
But send it to a PO box in Wisconsin. You definitely cannot know the actual address.
I do love when the FBI agent that we never know his name is working on finding the bug in the robot, and he's like, "Put it back." It just proves how behind the Americans are on everything. They can discover this shit for months, and you have no clue.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know if they're even still listening to the stuff off of that bug, because I know they were making a big deal about it last season, where they were listening to the stuff and they were going to stop doing it, and then there's oh yeah, we'll listen a little bit longer, but they must have stopped by now because they weren't getting anything good out of it.
I mean, it's all bad. It's got to be all bad fucking work water cooler talk. Like,
Yeah.
hey, catch the game yesterday? Like, nope. I catch MASH. That was a good one. Oh yeah, I like those Army guys playing doctors.
No, Mark, we saw that MASH ended last season. They had the series finale.
Oh god damn it! What the fuck they're watching it?
Mark.
They're still talking about that Day After movie they all watched last week.
Which, spoiler, at the end of this season, we will recap the day after. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's going to be the series finale. And Oleg, I guess Stan's maneuver paid off. Oleg comes back to Stan, is like, I could use. My people were doing something I don't feel super comfortable about with some maybe viruses. I don't think either side should be messing with it. So maybe that's something you could take a look at.
Yeah, we're not talking anymore. You want to talk again? We can talk.
I miss our chats.
It's funny how much a virus that boils your insides will just loosen people's lips.
Yeah, and then everything just spills right out of it. Let me see, what else is this episode?
Well, the big thing is, I don't want to jump, but it's them. They get the account information of the employees in that. In
the lab. And there's Dylan Baker's picture right there.
And they start going through all those, and then Gabriel meets with the guy with the bioweapons.
Yeah, because Philip gave him the code, and he's like, I can't do it. And Gabriel's like, you can fucking do it.
Yeah, the guy's like, I don't really want to do this shit anymore. He's like, you don't really have an option. What I need you to do.
You're going to do this, and then we're going to send you back to Russia, and you'll be a hero.
Sure thing. Send you back home. You got it.
This is the last mission, I swear.
You're like, am I going to have to pack a bag? Doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to be worrying about your luggage.
We have no one else who's going to carry this thing on a plane back to Russia, so you get to bring it home.
Like, I'll just say you might be the luggage. I'll just tell you that.
And then we got Stan's creepo son kissing on Paige. Disgusting.
And Elizabeth kind of notices that Paige has kind of been like reporting back to them about her spending time with Matthew and like what she's overheard him talking about his dad and stuff. He's like, oh, she's just like us now.
But anybody find that weird? I mean, I guess like it's not a good idea, but like, I feel like this also falls into the category of who cares? Like, she's getting busy with Stan's son. I mean, I don't know.
It's a slippery slope because then she's gonna start snooping through Stan's stuff. Eventually, she's gonna get caught. She's kind of not the most stable with all this stuff yet.
I mean, just tell her not to snoop around Stan's stuff. I mean, like,
and then the very end, they find the name. They find him, and they're on him, and they're going to locate him. So,
and then Philip says,
"Looks like our boy is numbered."
And Stan's there, and Philip's like, "I got to go make a pickup." So it looks like Philip may be in jeopardy.
Oh yeah, pretty good cliffhanger. Yeah, so a solid episode overall. It's getting us to the finale.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of, episode 13, Persona Non Grata. In the season 4 finale, Elizabeth and Philip race against the FBI to retrieve a mysterious package. And Paige finally begins considering whether or not she should enter the family business. She's going to be a travel agent. Yeah, wow. So the big opening of this Dylan Baker's got the virus. He's going to go make the drop off with Philip. But we see that Stan and other FBI agent are tailing him. And they kind of chase him into the park. He finally catches wind to their coming after him, and he pulls.
Did we think that he ran a lot faster away from Philip than he did those FBI agents? When he went to book it, he looked like he already took the virus. He was moving slow.
Well, that's different. Then he's running from, oh shit, you guys are probably infected with this thing. Let me get away from you real quick.
Then I'm thinking the whole time, like, okay, so how's he gonna do this? Is he gonna rat? Or is he gonna use that weapon? I was like, how is he gonna use it? And then I was like, on himself. Poor bastard. I just love like he digs it in his skin and he's like, I suggest you all stay away from me. Put it down. But what? Like, buddy, you might want to get your bio team here.
I mean, he could have just like swallowed it or something. I don't know.
And then what we don't know is like Philip was there to meet him miles away, but he was there to meet him, and he's so far away. He's far away that he doesn't even hear the cops or like anything on the situation. Like he's like, they don't show up, he leaves.
I think Stan's gonna be like, oh, that looks like my neighbor in a wig.
God, I honestly don't know if Stan would be able to recognize these people if he ran into them in character.
Well, they're not going to look like the drawings, which may throw them off for a second.
And then we get more time in Russia. What is that scene with the people in Russia?
Oh, so there's a kid in like a mental institution because he was like saying bad things about Russia. And then it is revealed later, they go back to it, and we find out that is Philip's son, who was a soldier. And now I guess he's on his way to America.
No way. Is he Philip's son? I thought they just revealed that for no reason at all. Like, okay, like.
So I guess that's a teaser for next season. But yeah, that was definitely kind of weird how they did that. Pretty much sat him down there like, yeah, you're saying all this weird stuff about Russia, so you need to like correct that, or we're gonna lock you up.
The big thing is that it's like 3 different times, but during this episode, they are interviewing Dylan Baker, like why he is dying from the stuff.
Can I get you a Coke?
And like in the first, he's like, just tell me something. He's like, no, not telling you nothing. Like, yeah.
Just gotta hold out for a couple of days. I'm good. Like,
I can already feel my insides melting.
my lungs are going to be coming out of my asshole in about 36 hours. So I just gotta wait till then.
And then I think like the final time they cut to him, he's starting to get a little delirious, and he starts talking about how he wishes he could have been as happy as the family and stuff. Which I think Stan kind of perks up a little bit there, because it sounds like he's talking about the couple of spies that he's been tracking this whole time. But
it's like what, they didn't want to be married, or what did he say? Like,
I think it's like his person, yeah, didn't work out.
But doesn't get a ton of information from him.
Yeah. Yep,
also, can we also speak how creepy Stan is when he catches his son and Paige making out? He's like, I don't think they were just talking. I thought they were. I was like,
he was excited. His best friends, their kids are going to get together.
Fuck off. That. No bueno.
They're going to be parent-in-laws forever.
If my neighbor gives a fist bump that my daughter is making out with his mom, I'm killing the son. All right? You just sentence your son to die.
This is Stan's only friend.
I also love that Gabriel decided or told that he was going to send him back to Russia. Like, you guys, Philip, you've been out of this a long time, man. Like, they don't even know that what happened to Dylan Baker. They think that he's probably been captured or he ran or something like that. So there's like your guys' cover's probably
blown. I don't think this guy's going to hold up to interrogation by the FBI or anything. He's already been pretty wishy-washy about completing his mission. He's probably going to rat you guys out.
That whole thing was super weird. Like, it was like, I mean, I get it. Like, it's thrilling for them because they don't know what's going to happen. But, like, we know what's going to happen. Like, he's gonna die on that table, and they're going to figure. I mean, that was the weirdest thing about this episode is that they never found out that, oh, he was just, like, in a hospital dying of the virus. So, like, you guys are good. Like, I found it just seemed such a weird way to tell that story.
Because when they went to see the director of the embassy, the Cardi guy, did they tell him that they had the guy? Because I know they told him about, like, they've gone too far with the biological weapons and stuff like that. And then they gave him, like, you are done. We're revoking your stay in America. You have 48 hours to leave the country. I think the big thing he kind of leaned on was the GAD thing. Is like, you guys did an operation. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks for him. He's going to be kicked out. He's got to go back to Russia. The lady's going to take over temporarily.
But then Philip also tells Paige to, like, I don't want you to see him. And she's like, that's ridiculous. Don't, Paige. You have no idea. Like, you have no, I don't need you in with the enemy right now.
Which, like, last episode, they're like, yeah, we don't care about you being with Matthew. Just, you don't do it for us. You don't have to report back to us. And then he finds out that they're, like, making out, and he's like, no.
Hell no.
I don't care if you're hanging out with him as a friend, but no.
You know, I feel like we kind of tiptoed around this a bit. You guys feel like these last 3 episodes were, like, incredibly anticlimactic? Like, yeah, there's like, it just feels like from the stuff that was going on, like, just a few episodes ago, and the last thing we see going into next season was a man scolding his daughter for kissing a boy. Like, okay, this is what we're being sent off with for a year.
I think. How do I put this? I think they've earned this because they've had really successful endings all the time. And I think, like, this one is, like, there's still a story to tell, but there was, like, nothing Philip and Elizabeth related to the end.
It's kind of like subverting your expectations, because, like, the previous seasons, like, end with, like, Philip and Elizabeth, like, getting almost caught. There's, like, some sort of chase or something like that.
And I think the Dylan Baker thing was supposed to be bigger, but it just didn't fall. It kind of fell a little flat on that. It was still a really cool opening.
This season with all the Martha stuff, like, in the middle of the season. And then
but overall, I don't disagree. But then I don't disagree. Like, if I had to wait an hour, like, there's a show that by the time this comes out, we'll already be done with one of the seasons. But it'd be like House of Dragon season 2. I wanted a whole fucking lot more than what I got.
Well, I even forget this was the finale till Mark just said that. I was like, okay, now we're gonna go talk about the next episode and see what happens.
Nope, that's it. I watched this episode. I watched these 3 because I really wanted to know. I watched it, like, almost immediately after we got off call. And then I saw the last episode, like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it got away a week for, like.
Yeah, it just didn't hit as well as I wanted, but I did have a bad. Like, there's a definition of a bad season finale. Like, we'll talk about that next. But I mean, how? Well, stop it. It's a 9.1 on IMDb, and I about passed the fuck out when I read that. I just want that on record. Fucking morons, right? We're film reviewing stuff, film bombing or review bombing. Let me tell you, I got some targets next time. But yeah, I wanted more, but I like where the story is heading, so I'm okay. I guess that's the best way I can describe it.
It felt very like previous season finales to Game of Thrones, to where they're kind of throwing in seeds for next season, and the big stuff is happening. It's weird because it felt like all the big stuff happened like several episodes ago.
It's kind of like with Melee, like when we start doing teams matches, but the payoff will not be till next season. We're like, what the fuck? What do you mean I have a 3-month break? What the fuck does this mean? Like that? That's what I meant. Like,
they wrapped everything up and they teased new stuff, but I mean, they wrapped up Elizabeth's storyline kind of last episode with like the whole guy stuff. And then she was kind of doesn't really have anything to do for the rest of the season. And then
you know what changes?
The virus, but they weren't there.
If the dinner of the set, if that was more interesting, we might be having a different tune.
That was also the thing too. Is like that felt like it should have been like a big moment, and it just kind of wasn't. Just everybody's sitting there like, oh, who's going to say something?
That's because Elizabeth and Philip are good at their jobs.
Or maybe they should have killed Nina. This episode,
but then we would have had to deal with Nina for the rest of the whole season.
Do we?
So Nina just disappears after like the first episode, then they bring her back in this episode and kill her.
It was about as spontaneous as they decided to do.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, I'm sure it'll bounce back next season when we get into it. But
all right, let's talk for 15 minutes on Justified.
Let's go over to Justified, episode 11, Decoy. Drew Thompson is now in custody of the Marshals, but can Raylan get him out?
Thank God.
Oh,
goodness. Kill me.
So you mean you didn't like Boyd and them trying to race and get Drew Thompson before the Marshals could get him to safety?
Oh no, Matt! Nothing gets my engine fucking firing more than fucking Boyd coming to save Raylan's boring ass from doing something else. And guess what? Shocker! Boyd sucks at it.
Well, he's just not as good as Raylan.
I just like he gets the shit beat out of him. That's my favorite part.
You didn't like the decoy convoy that got caught there with like a sniper?
Yeah. There is something that happens in these 3 episodes that made me violently roll my eyes. And yes, it involves the yes dear guy. That shit is so stupid.
There's no way it's this thing that I liked. He did one thing that I liked in this reboot.
You're gonna Mark, tell me a better combination than me hating something and you fucking love it.
I mean, it could be something.
It goes together like fucking chocolate and straw. I don't even know, like fucking s'mores, like graham cracker, marshmallow, and chocolate. Like that's the better combination than you and me agreeing to disagree.
I don't know. It could be something like, but. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, this episode was good until we get to everybody just with their thumb up their asses, just waiting around for stuff. Like, all right, we're in this convoy, we can't go anywhere. All right, Raylan's in this abandoned school. Like, all right, Boyd is thinking about where else they're gonna be. Like, it's just what the fuck. Like, okay, like this could have been done better, but like, all right, I guess this is what we're getting.
Patton Oswalt got to kill a guy after getting the crap beat out of him.
Justified. Could have done better. Best tagline of the show.
Oh, gosh.
Like, this show even sucks at doing mysteries.
I mean, that part wasn't bad. And Patton Oswalt's, getting the shit beat out of him. And he keeps
fuck off with Patton Oswalt. Who does he know on the show? Who is his best friend? Why is he here? Then we get that fucking, this whole, what is that? The 80s frontman singer, the guy with the blonde hair. Colt, him standing across the way while the other marshals are on the other side and they're lighting stuff on fire and they're shooting it back and forth and blah, blah, blah. Who wanted them both to die? Like, what are we doing?
You mean then like when Tim like called him up and was like, "Hey, I got an idea for a book. I need you to help me out."
I saw them popping up their heads enough to where, you know, that sniper could have gotten a couple headshots. So like
I mean, he wasn't trying to kill them all. They were trying to get Drew Thompson.
The one marshal, the one that challenges Raylan, is literally blocked by a piece of metal, but then his head is in perfect shot the entire time to kill whenever he wants. Like, it's just... That was like... I understand what they're thinking that they're doing is creating this tense situation. No. I know some of the marshals aren't dying. I know that for damn sure.
Yeah.
And it's going to lead to just a stalemate. And then we had to, don't worry, we'll save you from this boring-ass storyline because we're going to go to Raylan going to an abandoned school with Drew Thompson.
It's because he remembered that they had an astronaut land there on a helicopter, so they know the helicopter can land there. And of course, Boyd remembers that too, and he knows how Raylan thinks.
And we have this long drawn out, I know we talked about it, but Patton Oswalt getting the literal shit beat out of him for no reason. Where is... You think Patton Oswalt's character knows where any fucking person is? So it's this long graded where he ends up stabbing him in the upper thigh, like making him bleed out through his artery. And then I'll go, guess what? Anytime you need somebody, guess who's driving up the drive? It's gonna be one of them, or Raylan Newman to show up. So fucking stupid.
And then too in this episode, Nikki and Ava and Johnny get left at the bar when Boyd and them leave, and we find out, or Ava finds out that Johnny was the one that was trying to work with Wynn Duffy. And he's like, "But I love you, Ava."
this is when, like, you know, that guy was like, "Hey, how many dicks do you have to suck to get to the top?"
Oh, yeah, he's like, "Yeah, how many? 10, 20? How many dicks you got in your mouth to be the blower? You gotta have some dick, blah, blah." It just keeps going. Like,
I thought that was funny. It made me laugh. It was like, it's weirdly like one of the few times he actually seems menacing.
and then two armed guys let her just walk out of the fucking bar with no. Why was she there for as long as she was? How many dick comments did she have to sit through before she agreed to like leave? But
yeah, then at the end, Rachel gets Drew on the train while everyone else is distracted. So that they complete their mission. They get him out of town.
Thank God.
So they did it. All right, good job, everybody. All right.
I was worried that they weren't going to do it, but they did it. Thank God.
All right, we'll keep chugging along here.
Oh, are you sure? We can talk about some more. What do you want to talk about?
I thought it was okay. So, episode 12, Peace of Mind.
Listen, I know good and well I'm talking about shit right now, and then all of a sudden next season, I'm gonna be like, God, I miss everything from season 1.
Yeah. You remember these days how good we had it.
Well, I know the next episode starts to just gonna piss Mark Menchaca off right away.
So yeah, this episode, Drew Thompson asks to change his deal to provide safety for Ellen May, and now you got. So last episode, everyone was racing to try to get Drew Thompson. Now this episode, everyone's racing to try to get Ellen May. So they kind of do the same thing.
Mark, are you all right? Winona shows up in the first 5 minutes of this episode. You best have just turned it off. Put in the chat GBT. Tell me what the fuck happens. I'm not watching this shit.
Well, we find out they're gonna have a little baby girl, so that's nice.
Well, it's real quick. Yeah, it's real quick.
Hey guys, that girl that goes missing, that they were like trying to hunt down. What's her name?
Ellen May. Yeah.
Ellen. Guess what? She's we have scenes with her again. Like for some fucking reason, everybody's still after this girl.
Yeah. They need her because Drew Thompson wants her. Before he goes on Con Air, he needs to see her.
Why? What's the point? They never, even if they describe, they don't make it clear why she's He's like the golden goose of this season. Then she's like, where'd she go? We gotta find her. I don't care.
Well, I mean, Boyd and Ava need to find her because she knows that Ava killed a guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The girl's dumb. Girl won't remember shit.
She's dumb. She's definitely gonna say that without even realizing she's saying, like, "Oh yeah, I saw Ava kill the guy, but I didn't tell you guys that." Oh shit, I just did.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, man. This whole story is
Dumb as fuck.
But it allowed us to bring Limehouse back in once again, so that was interesting. But yeah, it's pretty much just them pretty much going back and forth with that. But Limehouse lets LMA go, and LMA goes to like the church lady to like talk, and that's when Ava shows up. She can't kill her. Colt shows up. He's about to kill her, but then Tim shows up. He
Thank God for Tim. What does Tim just camp on the fucking? What is camp? Did he just camp there?
Well, I think he's been following the guy or something. I don't know.
I mean, he's been keeping tabs on him because he knows he knows he killed his buddy. So
yeah,
and at least that ends. That one. At least that.
Yeah, they
ends.
wrap that up.
Yeah, he fucking dime store Donald Logue go on to do something else. Not going to be unjustified anymore.
Yeah, so the marshals get Ellen May, so the Drew Thompson deal is good to go. So they wrap that whole thing up, and then the
marshal. Everybody else is needing these people. Everybody's wanting these people, and who ends up with them? The marshals.
Mm-hmm.
No, marshals get everybody. Damn, Boyd strikes out again. What?
But then the end of the episode, we cut to Winona once again, and one of Nikki's guys is building a rocking chair for her. So, bum.
The Pickett, or what's that guy's dumb name?
Pickett. That sounds right. Yeah.
Just remember thinking this is something that a writer clearly came up with. I'm like, this sounds like something like a Southern guy would be called. All right.
But yeah, I mean, I like the last episode a lot better. It pretty much does the same thing. It's just everyone's racing to find another person again, and I don't think they do it as good as they did in the previous episode. But
I think it'd be more interesting if Ellen May was a more interesting character, because they've essentially just treated her like a plot device, like this whole season, even though they could have done things with her. At least the relationship with Drew Thompson, the sheriff, whatever, and her, like, I think is interesting on its head.
Yeah,
it's just like, well, they spend time together, so now they're close. I'm like, okay,
because they didn't really give it enough time, I don't think, but I don't think they could have given it more time, because before we knew he's Drew Thompson, he's just like a minor character, so they can't like give him a whole lot of screen time until they get the reveal that he's Drew Thompson. And then once you get to that point, you can't really have him just chilling out. So, but
like, where does she, like, is she just around? Where she end up in this? Or she's like, what's
so I guess Drew like made a deal, so he's gonna talk as long to guarantee her safe. So I guess she's gonna go off and get witness protection or get relocated or something, get to start over.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out if how likely it is we see her again, because like I'd like it to be like a 0% chance, and like I think it's a non-zero, which frightens me a little bit.
I don't think we do, but like the next season I've blocked most of that out, so maybe. But yeah.
Possibly next season. Gotcha.
All right, so I guess we can jump to the season finale, wrap this up. Episode 13, Ghosts. Raylan takes the fight to Nikki Augustine after he threatens Winona and their unborn child, while Boyd and Ava try to dispose of the dead body before the authorities identify it.
Thought it was called 13 Ghosts. I'm like, oh shit, 13 Ghosts. All right, cool.
Oh, you get Winona. A lot of her.
Yeah, Raylan is suspended for real this time.
Yeah.
He goes to see Winona, but there's a couple guys with guns there, which I think that they probably could have like done more with that instead of just like Winona and Raylan take them out like immediately, and then.
I mean, oh no. Like, because then what's that episode like? Raylan's gotta pretend to be like cool, and him showing up, Art yelling at him, "What are you doing here?" Like, I just want to check something. Like, I don't know. Like, just we're relying on Raylan's acting skills. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's probably better off to do it that way.
Well, that's the whole issue, right? Like, Raylan has lost both of his other family. The only person he cares about is Winona. So she always has to be brought back into it to make, like, trying to get to Raylan matter. Because what else are you going to do? Burn down his bachelor pad that he has nothing else there?
I mean, he could take his hat.
I mean, I'll remember to come back to this, but I do think this storyline is a bit of a... This kind of highlights what I think is kind of the problem with this show right now. But I'll just remember to get back to that.
Okay.
I mean, the real meat of this episode is all the stuff that happens with Boyd, with trying to, I guess, change out that corpse. Like, that's what he's gonna get the corpse,
spelunking to get the corpse, but when they get there, the cops have already got the corpse. So now, so he has to go and get one of the high society people who owns the morgue to let them come in and swap the bodies.
Which that was really funny. Him showing up in the van with all his gear, and then there's all these cops. I'm like, all right, cops, I'm gonna leave. Please don't check my van for all my mountain climbing gear.
It's not illegal to have mountain climbing gear, Mark.
Mountain climbing gear and a body bag. Oh shit! I guess I better get out of here.
Yeah, but. Surprise, surprise, the morgue guy that they get to help them kind of double crosses them. And so, yeah, Ava is kind of in trouble now because they still get the body and they get her pretty much. So she gets arrested by the end of this.
But Boyd isn't there because Raylan, did Raylan just have him to go find?
Yeah,
Nikki Augustine.
Yeah, he's going to get Nikki Augustine. He knows that Boyd was working with him, so he gets Boyd to take him to Nikki.
Then we throw in this other storyline of the son of the guy looking like he's going to take over operations, and then
he fled. So the big boss he's out of country now. He's on a nice beach, and Sammy's taken over. Yeah. No one likes Sammy. I think somebody says, I wrote it down, Sammy's scared of his own shadow because his shadow could kick his ass.
and the yes dear guy is like, he really doesn't like him, and he's going to go kill the guy and be the lead guy.
Yeah. So Boyd helps Raylan track him down to the airport there, and Raylan and Nikki have a conversation in the limousine, and Nikki pretty much flat out said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go kill Sammy. Then I'm gonna come back for you and your wife and your unborn child." And Raylan's like, "Okay."
Which then it's like,
yeah, you want to talk about how stupid this is? Go ahead, because I'm gonna rip it to Brett.
I thought that was kind of smart.
No, that scene is fine.
Yeah,
him doing that in the narrative is fine. Him walking out of his fucking vehicle, getting 200, maybe 100 yards away from this, and the guys come out of the plane, and he's like, "What?"
Because he called Sammy ahead of time and told him to meet me at the airport.
But the guy's in the car. Why would he not he just doesn't see them. He doesn't know they're there. He's just like, oh, what happened? It's like this whole thing. He's like, what'd he say? Well, he said you didn't come in. I don't care about that. What do you say about me? He says you're a pussy or whatever. It's like, thanks. And then they shoot up the car? Get the fuck out of here.
What's going to happen if we do something illegal right here? It's like, well, I'm suspended, so.
This was so fucking stupid. Like, absolutely so. Like,
I thought it was a smart way for him to take care of somebody who threatened his family, where he didn't actually have to kiss him this time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The issue is how stupid the scene is that follows.
Mm-hmm.
This guy that has every thing planned out, he's got his wife, the rocket, he's figured it all out, doesn't see that the plane and the people that he's going after, and he just said that to Raylan, and I wonder what they're fucking talking about over there. I don't know. Wonder what it is. Oh, they're all walking towards our car.
Are really tinted, so it's hard
to I'm gonna fucking kill you, Matt. So stupid. Beyond dumb. All the big baddies that have been in Justified, by far the worst.
Well,
and that says a
lot. Doesn't really have a big bad. They just kind of
he's the big bad.
He's not a big bad.
They try to pass him as a big bad. It's just dollar store big bad
for the last couple episodes.
Well, because he shoots the guy right in the head next to Lynn. He beats the shit out of Boyd. He's moving all the strings along. He is literally the discount version of who was last year. Who's last season's?
Quarles. Yeah.
Yeah, he is exactly that character, just in every way worse.
Just without the drugs.
Yeah, I'm tying the guy to the toilet.
Oh, and when Duffy does visit Boyd at the end of the episode too, now Wynn has gotten a promotion, and he wants to give Boyd a promotion, let him be in charge of the drugs in Kentucky. So Wynn and Boyd can be working together.
Yeah, I think here's my thing. I'm gonna go on my little mini rant. This, I think a big problem with this show right now is they don't really want Raylan to be the protagonist, because I don't think they really care about telling his story as much right now. Especially right now, they put him, I think, they put Raylan, I think, in a very interesting situation. This finale, when he gets confronted by Art saying, "Hey, if you go after Nikki Augustin, you're done. That's it." And okay, that's kind of neat. And they chose to just go true neutral with that decision of just having the Sammy just kind of wash his hands of it, which is okay. And then there's this whole thing, the whole thing with Winona, which if the way they've structured decisions with Winona, she should be in fucking Alaska right now. Because Winona should be listen, strange men came into my house and held me hostage. I should not be anywhere around you. If she already decided she can't be with him as a wife, then she definitely can't be in the same fucking hemisphere as him.
She went 30 miles away to her sister's house.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit surprised we kept her. It's just it just feels like every time we could do something interesting with Raylan, they just pick the most neutral decision. Instead, we have Boyd, which really gets the spotlight in this episode, with Ava going to prison. He's moving up. He is now in a full-on, we set him up for a full-on revenge tour. They put in all these seeds with Boyd for cool stuff to happen, and they did none of that with Raylan. And honestly, they've been kind of doing that for the last season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree with you. But that my problem with the entire show is it's rinse, cycle, repeat.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me the last season is not this is a direct almost copy of the following season, just with different, like, the bad guy is the exact same. He's just not. There's just different stakes, but like there's no difference with him. Is my biggest problem. So I just and like that and like I don't know how many more fucking times I have to see Raylan. Like Raylan is not that interesting of a character to be the solo star of a show. And I don't care how many times you show me Tim and the other marshals. If it isn't his boss, I don't give a damn about it, truly. I don't think I ever have. I don't think I ever will. And then they have to, they basically, like, there's a baddie. There's there's Raylan. Those are as far as polar opposites you can get. And in the middle is the mixture between the both is Boyd. Mm-hmm. And they just bounce between that same fucking thing over and over again. Like, look how many times they had to bring his fucking dad back to make a fucking point to the show. Like, they just don't care. I don't even know.
We get to see his tombstone at the end of this episode. Raylan's just sitting there. He sees his parents' graves and his grave sitting right next to him.
That is also that's also a thing with this show too. Is we're 4 seasons in, and it's a show that like kind of hinges off of like, you know, shit happening and people are in constant danger, and we really don't have like, I think since season 2 we've had like one meaningful death. And I mean, am I off from saying that?
I mean, the bad guys have died just about every year, and then Arlo.
Well, because we know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you're a bad guy at the start of this season, you're going to die at the end. Like, that's just how it works. Yeah. And then, Arlo and that stuff is like the only one that Matt, like,
I mean,
that they try to make count.
Looking back, like Arlo dying in the middle of the season is one of the most shocking things the show has done. Just like,
yeah, because it's shocking that they actually killed him. Because before that, he's just going to be alive forever. That's what I just assumed. I thought he was just going to be a full-time ghost. Like, that's what I really thought this show was going to go.
I mean, it added a new element, like him living in the house and then just seeing Arlo from time to time.
Then I would believe I'm fully in Oz now.
I mean, I think it kind of follows kind of just like the Westerns, where a lot of times the Western is just like the guy in the white hat isn't necessarily the most interesting character. It's like the villains are kind of like the ones that kind of really get to chew the scenery and stuff. Raylan's pretty much, I don't really know if Raylan can really change as a character too much. So,
no, I mean, it's how the show's made him. Like, there's nothing about it. Like, I don't think it's bad in that aspect. It just, when you run for this many seasons, it's just formulaic at that point. Like, we're just running the same. Like, it's 3rd and 10. Well, this is going to go over Matt's head. It's 3rd and 10. Like, 3rd and 10. Why are we fucking running a halfback dive again? We know it hasn't worked at all, but we're running it again. The coach is sticking to the game plan.
Like I said, I don't think this is necessarily a show that works best as a binge. I think this is one where you can just throw like an episode on in the background while you're doing stuff and like look up and there's a cool scene going on or something.
That could be.
Honestly, like I feel like if this was back like in 2013, 2012, it's like, oh shit, it's Thursday. I can watch Justified. Okay. And then that I can do that like an hour.
You can get your hour dose and then
we're not, but the problem is we're not binging.
No.
Yeah.
We're doing 3 to episodic episodes. Like, well, we're definitely not. I wish we were binging because I'd be done.
I think if you're thinking about it like this, do an episode a week, but then you wait a full year between each season. And I think that's like
then sure. Yeah, sure. But I'm going to be honest, that year passes after season 3. I'm not fucking showing up for season 4. Keep telling. And after this season, I canceled FX. I'm not watching it anymore.
So you're saying like if you forgot Justified came back and you're like a month behind, like You're probably not watching.
See,
Gone
Mark and I will just
forever.
randomly jump into shows, whereas Cody will just quit shows. Mark and I will sit there and suffer through seasons of a show we don't really like as much anymore, just to complete it. But
I've done it several times.
all right, let's get Cody back amped up again. Let's jump over to some Game of Thrones.
Game
Oh.
of Thrones.
The man
Well,
of
this
the
first episode's fucking boring. So, but we can get to it.
I mean, not a lot happens till you get to close to the end there. But yeah, the Mountain and the Viper. I remember that, like, because this was like, I think probably episode 4, starting around that point. That's when I had like a group of friends would come over like on Sunday nights, and we would all watch Game of Thrones, and we were hyped up for this one. Just the Mountain and the
You
Viper.
read the
We talked
book,
all
right,
week.
Matt?
Yeah. At this point, I read the book, so I knew it was going to happen. So I was looking forward to it, so I could watch my friend's reaction at the end of the episode.
Do you believe that George R.R. Martin is a fan of The Princess Bride?
Probably.
Because let me tell you, that scene is he's a little bit more than the previous ones, but it has a very good calling card of what the show is about. So yeah, but we can get into it.
What? I mean, what's the? Oh yeah, well, like I mean, we Sansa it's called in because like the Vale people don't buy Littlefinger story, which I mean,
I wonder why.
it makes sense. I get it.
You lied to me in my outfit.
I mean, wouldn't this have worked better for Sansa though if she was just like, yeah, Littlefinger pushed her, and then like they take out Littlefinger, and now she can just still hang out there with what's his place, Robin or whatever.
She doesn't trust fucking anybody. The only one that got her out of the situation in her mind right now is Lord Baelish. So she's going to trust Baelish as far as she can go. Because
yeah, but she's got to like pick up on the point by now. Is like, oh, this guy like wants to like be with me and stuff. I was like,
Well, before we even get to that part, fucking the wildlings like attack what?
Yeah, poor Gilly. She's not having a great time at this little tavern place that Sam dropped her off at, and then the wildlings show up. So,
and lucky she's John's
Ygritte,
lady. Ygritte is like she sees her and is like, I'm not going to do anything.
Nah, they could have took her out.
It's a good thing that like bald guy didn't see her. He would have killed her and then ate the baby because he's a freak.
And then we get a awkward Grey Worm.
Yeah, Grey Worm's a little bit of a peeper.
Gets a phantom boner by Saren, and then they have an awkward exchange. Is like, I'm glad you saw me. I'm glad I saw you too. I'm like, okay.
I mean, what was he gonna do about it? They didn't answer that question. If they cut off just his balls or both his dick and his balls. So like, which like I can't. I'm trying to think what would be.
Have they ever answered that? I mean, if you were going to have like soldiers, would you want them to like keep the balls for like the testosterone? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know enough about biology to know like how much this is gonna wreck things. I feel like if you're just gonna take one thing, you might as well take the other. Like I mean, because like just
probably. I mean, that is definitely a weakness that if you would take away from somebody.
Well, Ramsay gets Reek to go to what castle is that?
Some stupid castle.
Someplace. And basically tells them to surrender or whatever, and they'll be good to go. And the one guy like ends up knocking him out.
It's like, that sounds like a fair deal. And then we see like
you
a
promise we'll
second
be good.
later.
We'll promise we'll be good. Yeah, we'll be good. No problem at all.
Skinned.
Had we seen an actual flayed man up until this point?
Not like a whole flayed man. I think we've seen some flayed parts, but yeah. So,
yeah, when they come back to that guy, he's like, we won't be hurt. Yeah, you'll be good. And then just no eyes and like suddenly.
Yeah, not so great. But I mean, it works out for Ramsey though. Now his father is like all like cool with him. Is like, you're a Bolton now. Good job. You made me proud.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy. I'll tell you. Like, talk about a guy who deserves something good to happen to him.
Yeah.
Back to the Sansa Peter Baelish. I just love where Sansa's like, she was crazy. She started screaming at me. She's like, I've only loved him and no one else. And she jumped out down the moon door. I was like, Sansa, why are you sound 12 this entire time? He kissed me, but on the cheek, I swear, nothing else. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Speaking of voices, not to derail us, I meant to talk about it when we were talking about the Americans. I guess the Philip guy's got a new show, so he's been doing interviews and stuff. His British accent, seeing him with that British, it is scary. It is scary.
Yeah, I think it's called like Widow's End or whatever on Apple.
Like that, yeah.
I was gonna start watching it. I was like, and he started talking. I was like, holy fuck, how do you hide that shit? Like, he said some shit in an interview. I'm like, what are you saying? Does those work? And he's like, perfect. He's a Russian guy playing an American that's fully British. Wild.
Back to Game of Thrones. And this episode 2 where Sansa comes out later, where she's got like her dark outfit now, where she's going to the dark side, I guess.
I mean, that, or she just wants to give Littlefinger some jerk off fantasies.
Needs to keep that in line, yeah.
Well, he's Littlefinger for a reason. There's a piece of parchment that gets delivered to Daenerys's camp, signed by Robert Baratheon, the year that he met Dany. And what's his name? I can't ever think his name.
Sir Barristan.
Yeah, Sir Barristan was like, I need to be here alone with. He's like, I'll be alone with him and explain. You will never be alone with her again. like, uh-oh. And then he goes and meets with her. And he's like, just speak to you alone. No, speak to me now. Tell me what. Like, why was this signed, Papa? You have until the end of the day to get out of my city. Like, you're done. Like, cuts him off.
Do you think, like, if he would have come to her prior to the thing and talked to her and explained
if he would have
came
to her, if he would have came to the wine situation and been like, listen, I was proposed this plan,
but now that I got to know you and everything,
I can't do it. I don't care about them. It was for my own life. I was worried about it. Maybe, but Dany does have a really good track record of being lied to or deceived to, so she could have easily killed him as well. So
I mean, here's my counterpoint. Up to this point, should it have mattered that like he didn't tell her? I mean, I feel like it shouldn't have mattered like at all.
Have you met Dany the character?
So you think that once she gets the letter, he should have still been able to talk his way?
Are you saying Mark Menchaca the guy? Sure. Are you talking about Dany the character?
I'm not saying I'm not saying it doesn't make sense for a character. I'm saying like if this were any other situation, like I don't like I'm saying like she was wrong to do it, because like I can't think of anybody around her that has been a more loyal supporter than this fucking guy. Like,
but how could she be sure?
Like this feels like something you can just kind of forgive.
Nope,
it's been so long ago.
You're right. You should be able to, but unfortunately, Dany just doesn't want.
Yeah. Which it goes back to and shows how good of a master of like strategy Tywin is. That like this was his move there. It's something that Robert and them could have done, and probably de-escalated that situation maybe earlier. But yeah, that one of my favorite scenes in this episode was when the Hound and Arya finally make it to the Vale, only to find out that Aunt Liza is dead. And
she died 3 days ago.
Busting out laughing.
I'm sorry, my lord. Just start laughing.
But I mean, really though, shouldn't they have just been like, "Oh yeah, but the Sansa lady's here. You want to see her?"
No, can't do that. Yeah, like why do we want to talk to the fucking acting Lord of the Vale? Who gives a fuck about him? And my cousin, that Robin kid, I heard he drank breast milk till he was 13. Like I'm not talking to that guy.
I'm just gonna hang out with the Hound. We got a good thing going here. Let's just hit the road. And
So
then
I think we can.
Jamie and Tyrion have a nice scene together, talking about there was a cousin crushing the Beatles.
Boo, boo, boo.
It's such a great way to kind of talk about just the chaotic nature of this world. Like if you just sat there and try to understand why things happen the way they do, like you'll go insane. Like there's no point in trying to find any method into the madness. Because like it's just, and also in that same way you can't stop it either. Like I think every time I rewatch like this particular episode, I think the more I love it. Like that very conversation is such a great way to just explain kind of like just the nature of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, that brings us to the main event.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Who
gave you the order?
I mean, Bruce Buffer would have been a way better lead into this than Pycelle. Like, Tywin probably wouldn't have undercut him. He wouldn't have undercut Bruce Buffer, I'll tell you that.
No, there's a matchup in a later season we got to save Bruce Buffer for.
Who gave you? No,
I just love that Tyrion like goes up there's like, whoa, are you drinking wine? Like, shouldn't you have some more armor on?
I mean,
move better with it.
To be fair, what would have more armor done against the Mountain? Like, I mean, like just like we're not pissing into the wind, okay? Here, like if
I don't know if a helmet would have changed anything, but
probably.
I don't know. Nah, I think so. No.
I love too where Oberyn's like, "Do you know?"
He still has eyes.
He's like, "Some dead man."
By the way, absolutely perfect recasting.
Oh yeah, they definitely upgraded the Mountain for sure.
It's perfect.
But fucking battle just going on. Dude,
that's a really cool fight scene too. Yeah,
light on his feet with the sword, the basic spear.
Mm-hmm.
He's working him, getting him tired, but then all of a sudden, Mountain starts chopping down the blade and getting him all
then
fixed out.
He just slices into his Achilles tendon.
He's down the ground.
Like, I mean, that's what I think is so neat about this battle. Is that Oberyn is clearly the more skilled fighter.
Mm-hmm,
like, and he honestly very easily won this.
The Mountain is Kimbo Slice.
Yeah,
he connects with his right. If he connects with his right hand, you're fucking dead.
Oh yeah.
But if you go in there with a tactician, he's gonna literally wear you the fuck out. Like he ain't got. Well, like he cuts him at the top. He stabs him a little bit in the stomach.
Yeah.
And he gets him in the Achilles, and he puts him down.
Gets him down the ground. It's over.
And he keeps talking to him the entire time. He's like, "Who gave you the order?"
And I love the reactions too in the crowd. Like you see Jamie and Tyrion like excited, like, "Holy shit, he's gonna do this!"
Martell, you enter, you killed him, you murdered.
God.
And he just like keeps battling back and forth. And he's like, and then he does the basically stab down on him. No, you're dying. No, you will confess. And pulls it out of him is like, say, who gave you the order to say their name? And then he
So you guys are sports guys. So is this like the equivalent of like fumbling right there at the 1 yard line?
This is not. This is the most this it's not
Yeah.
fumbling. It is somebody who throws down the ball right before they cross the goal line because they think they're in.
It's like a 2-minute drive. They're driving all the way down there on the 1 yard, and he throws a pick six and was going to win. And it runs, and it's to the slowest fucking guy in the field, and no one can tackle him. But he basically is like, Amelia Motel, I crushed her fucking head, and
Splat.
Yeah,
and then he collapses, and everybody screams, and Tyrion is like, and Tywin's like, Tyrion Lannister, by the gods, you have been sentenced to death.
I mean, I remember watching that with my brother, and we get to that part, and he told me afterwards, like, I thought for a second, I guess he's just going to be blind for the whole show now. I was like, no, that ain't happening. I mean, I watched it with him that day, and I think in real time, I was like, hey, can you rewind it? I was like, you got to see that again. Like, let's see his head pop like one more time. Like, I mean, that whole sequence is, I think, one of my just one of my favorite things of all time. The actual like just head popping sound like is like I think there's something about that like, you know, I like, you know, very much like the horror side of me loves a good head pop, and like that's one of the coolest ones I've seen. And just I can never get out of my head the scream that Pedro Pascal does in there. It just because it just sounds nothing like him. And it feels like a true death scream, and then him like just patting his arms like as he's like just squeezing his head is like that is 100% the like, no, I give up, but please stop. Like just let go of my head for the love of God.
I mean, you see one punch and he like knocks half his teeth out.
with one punch. While he's laying down, like the pure strength of the guy.
As somebody that didn't see it ever before, like, and still had hope in Game of Thrones, like, I had seen characters I liked died, but I thought like this, like, I was on my edge. I'm like, oh my god, the Vipers are going to kill them out. Like, that's great. And then just to hear like my sink down to my stomach watching him just get killed, and like Tyrion, like at that point not knowing what's going to happen to Tyrion next, because like Game of Thrones could easily kill Tyrion. I don't know. I haven't read the books. Like, I have no fucking clue what happens to Tyrion after this. So like all that situation, but like the divert of expectation is like absolutely top notch. Like it's in. I don't care how many times I've seen that scene or this season or this series, it still gets me every time.
And
like
Tyrion's
it's still like that same feeling. Like I go in, I know his head's gonna get crushed, I know it's gonna get popped, but I still go in with a slight hope. Like, is this like that's what
every
the show
time
does?
You're just yelling at him, it's like step back like a foot.
Put it in his throat. just kill him right then. Like,
it's amazing.
Go ahead.
It's amazing how up until this point, like Game of Thrones, like still manages to trick you. Because I think like after the episode, I when I first saw it, I was like, why would I expect anything different than the guy like who should have, like, this should have been like his big moment. This should have been like his big revenge moment, and this is his first thing that he's gonna do until like he is able to finally avenge his sister. But instead, he gets murdered like the exact same way his sister does.
So.
You get this feeling like this show is like this show does not reward good and evil. It doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But this is, and I think this is why later seasons get flack for it, especially I think starting next season. But like, actions have consequences in Game of Thrones. They always, that's the one true line that they normally stick to, is like, you fucked up, it cost you something. Goes back to Ned, Rob, all of them throughout the thing. There's a cost. The Viper is a perfect example. You played with your food, you got caught, and like, sure, they could have killed the Mountain. Sure, they could have kept the other one going. But what's the benefit to that? There is none. So overall, the Viper loses, and the Mountain wins. Even though the Mountain clearly dies at the end of this as well. They both are dead. But one has no skull. So no, it's an absolute brilliant. It's a brilliant creative choice. Like, and again, that's why I said I think he's a Princess Bride. Like, you killed my father, prepared to die. Like, he just continues saying it over and over until, who gave you the order? Like, you're just like, yeah, fucking say it. Oh no, actually, don't say it. Don't fucking say a fucking word, please. And like how brutal he is with it.
Oh yeah.
I killed them. Squad fucking heads like that. Like,
I mean,
okay, Pat. And that scream, you're with.
Well, he definitely pissed off the Mountain at that point.
the practical effects of you just seeing him dig his thumbs into this, like it,
and then he just falls over. You just see like the flat head. That's like a foot wider than it should be.
And I did mean to say this because like Oberyn scream is great, but then we get the solo screen of like what's her Ileana Sand, is that her name?
Yeah.
Of like her, that is one that has to be like one of the best like scream queen screams I've ever seen. Like just an absolutely horrified look, like just seeing like
her scream, and then Tyrion just sitting there with his mouth like just like wide open and just like disbelief.
Well, and not to mention you get the ripple effect, right? Like, this is going to have consequences because Oberyn never got revenge, and she is not fully. She doesn't like the Lannisters either. Like, so like that whole and Dorne is definitely not going to be cool with what just happened. So like, it's just brilliant. Like, because this is going to have lasting effects.
But I mean, Dorne. Because it's a trial by combat, and he volunteered to be in it. So I mean.
It doesn't matter.
That didn't hit
for
me
a trial that he shouldn't be on, a trial that he shouldn't have been for.
That didn't hit me until like after the season was over. Like, oh shit, Game of Thrones literally just created another Ned Stark. Like this is just going to be another inciting moment that just like is going to start a whole bunch of other shit that we didn't even think of.
Which I mean, it's a good thing too, because I mean we kind of pretty much got through like the battle of the different kings at this point, really, because the only one left standing now is Stannis.
True. They're all dropping when kings are dropping like flies.
All right, awesome episode.
That's it, right? We don't want to go on for another 20 minutes.
I mean, we
go watch the episode.
Just watch it right now.
Facts.
I mean, I had it playing just so I wouldn't forget anything.
You would.
Oh. All right, episode 9, The Watchers on the Wall. The battle has come to the wall.
Isn't this the director? Didn't we talk about the director of this? He directed something else. Like,
let me look it up real quick.
Directed such masterpieces as Dog Soldiers.
Oh yeah.
The Doomsday. And,
right. He has like horrible film things, but like all-time TV shit, like, right?
2019 or 2018's Hellboy, yeah, like he did those films.
But the same guy that did The Watchers on the
Blackwater
Wall
too, right?
He did Blackwater too.
Yeah.
He did two of the greatest television shows ever made, and then some really terrible movies.
Matters on
is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so
Let me tell you, we just get the Viper crushing ahead. Oh my God, what's happening up in King's Landing? What's gonna fuck you? We're gonna be on the wall the entire fucking episode. What
I
a
don't-
baller fucking choice.
because this is the
I
first
don't-
time they've done that, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you guys weren't you guys weren't hyped because like I saw like this is next week on Game of Thrones, and I just saw all the wall stuff. Like, holy fuck, we're gonna get a battle. We're just gonna get north. This is fucking great. Like, let's go.
Oh yeah.
I was fine with it. I was just so shocked that normal shows would just not do that. Like, it was brilliant. I love that Ingrid's like Jon Snow's mine. They're all battling through it. They're all getting prepped for it. I think this is going to be overall fairly quick episode, just because it is
I
just
do
a
like
giant.
how like there was like a couple different occasions where they talked about how John sleeping with her was technically not really breaking his vows.
Like, I mean, the vows don't say we can't have sex with anybody.
So you just can't take a wife. That's all.
I mean, surprised that argument wasn't made in reverse. That the Night's Watch guys can't have sex with each other. Like, I mean, the vows don't say anything about that. Like, what we can be gay, bunk buddies. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Cool.
As long as we don't make it official.
I do love like Sam sitting with Gilly. He's like, "You're leaving us." No, I'm not leaving you. You going up there and we staying down here is leaving. You're leaving us. And then Mance Raider burns like the fucking whole forest, like to send the message to send the people.
And he had a great strategy as far as attacking him on both fronts at the same time, which pretty much almost worked well for him. All right, but
which I'll give to Mance Raider. He was able to suss out that John was just full of shit, that there wasn't like 100,000 guys there. Like, I bet you if I send like 60 guys over that wall, that's probably enough to like take down what you got.
I do love the Lord Commander, where he's like, "We should have shielded the
you can
gate
say
it. We should have sealed it. It was a tough decision either way." Yeah, but still, we should have sealed that fucking gate.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you, man.
We'll just get through this, and then tomorrow I'll hate you, and you can hate me. But I mean, he did, as far as being Lord Commander in this situation, he did okay. He did better than. It wasn't until he left the other guy in charge at the top of the wall that it started falling apart.
I do love the part where they let drop that barrel. He's like, "What the fuck? No. Are you gonna die tonight? You cunts!" Like, just screams at him. I just love how thoughtful, like how like you see the wall and you see the strategic placement and how it all is, but like how everything is like so interesting because they're attacking them from the wall side. They're trying to go through the wall and the tunnels, but they're also attacking the main fort of it, which I think is interesting going on the other side of it.
That was funny when we saw them coming up there, and John was like, "They'll be up here by dawn. I made that climb before." I think they're in a
but they're hanging like they have the interesting
guys walking down and hanging to shoot the arrows.
That's just so cool. And then like Lord Commander has to go back down to the side, like under it is like, are we they're shooting the flaming arrows at how many wildlings there truly is. They've got giants. They've got it's just crazy. Such a cool battle. Just an absolute cool battle.
Oh yeah, he leaves the one guy in charge who just pretty much has a PTSD meltdown. It's like there's no such thing as giants. They have to tell him they need you down below, and then John takes over.
What the fuck would you call that? That's a giant riding a fucking woolly mammoth.
You see that bigger looking blip than the other small blips down there. like one guy doesn't have like two guys on his shoulders. Okay, like that's just one big fucking guy.
I take giant on a woolly mammoth, bitch. Like that's what we're fighting.
I
love
that they had to
the
kill off the giants in this episode. Like we don't get the money to have giants in all these episodes.
No.
This is your last episode with them. Take them out.
But I do love when the one like takes the thing and like shoots the whole wood off the thing, and he takes the one guy and like takes him down, and he lands. It's just like,
God,
and then they put that arrow through the guy, and it pisses off the one giant so much that he goes and rips up the door.
Yeah,
I love it. It's such a cool battle.
Oh, it's a great episode. And then
I love Lord Commander's like, this hasn't fucking fallen for 200 years. It ain't gonna fall tonight. Those people out there eat people. You're gonna fill their bellies.
And then at that point, like John has to go down too to help out with the battle that's going on inside the fort there. We got Ygritte is in there. She's just taking people out with her bow and arrow.
And then the main guy, the guy that's been eating people, squares off with John.
Yeah,
throws him with a fire, beats the fuck out of him, and then John plants a hammer right into his fucking head.
Oh yeah.
And then he looks up, and Ingrid's standing out there with the arrow drawn, and they like share this like moment. And then that little shit shoots the arrow right through her and kills her. And he's like, he does the face.
Week right there.
He got revenge for his dad, and I give him that.
Fuck that kid.
He does the face. She's like,
yeah. And she has that nice moment where she's like, "We should have just stayed in that cave." It's like, yeah, you guys should.
Quick question: does that moment put Oliver on the short list for bad guy of the week?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, Matt said, you didn't hear Matt, but Matt said that's bad guy of the week.
That's bad guy of the week right there. Sam is also a nominee for like hyping that kid up to start fighting. Because that kid was just sitting there in a corner until Sam was like, "Get in there." So I'm putting part of that on Sam.
I do love at the end. So when they end up defeating the wildlings, basically, and Tormund's
we got to mention the part where they have like the chain or the scythe or whatever it is go across the wall, knock everyone off. Oh, I don't know who built this wall, but they had some crazy stuff.
That's the moment you sit there and like, they think of fucking everything. But then like he ends up doing that shit, and then Tormund's the last one. He's got a bunch of like fucking arrows in his bag, and John grabs the crossbow and shoots him in the knee. He's like, "Set the fuck out."
Oh,
and I love that the guy that was up at the top, the part of the Night's Watch or the City Watch. He's hiding in there with Gilly.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, awesome stuff all around.
Oh, but when one of the coolest moments is when that giant does get pissed off and he lifts up the door and you see him running at the guys and they're wanting to retreat, but it's like John's friends and stuff, and they start just reciting the watch code, and turns out they all perished in the.
But
they took the giant out too, though.
They took the giant out.
That felt like come on, guys. We only got an hour. All right, like we can't put everything in the episode.
Do you know how much money it costs to make these giants do anything? We can't have a fight scene. We got to run.
And then John is going to beyond the wall to go meet with Vince to come up with a truce. So, see how that goes for him in the next episode.
Did you guys like that it was just the whole episode was all the wall stuff and that we didn't get to see anything else?
Very much so.
It was like Blackwater, but like a 1,000 times better. Like it was like that is a cool Blackwater was a cool battle. Like this felt like, this felt like we had been there before and we just made everything cooler. And like they were able to pull off like better oneers and like some really cool fight scenes. And there was also just like a lot of cool like just mini battles like throughout. I mean, we didn't even talk about Sir Alistair having his short fight with Tormund, like, which was another cool moment in this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they just
Alistair
had
was
that
good in this
pepper like
episode.
throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
To
I still like
to see
Blackwater
battles in
more.
shows. To see battles in shows, even Battle of Blackwater, there were like character moments
Mhm.
that took you away from it. This was a full blown like real battle, like it's crazy, and to see it for a full hour is just, and to not be bored or like feel like, oh, that's stupid. Like, oh my god, this is so sweet.
And there is something about the fact that this whole thing is just disconnected from the greater narrative. Like, I mean, we were just talking about how like there are all these like big political ramifications that are happening everywhere in King's Land, but like nobody is going to remember this day.
Mhm.
Like, this is going to be a big moment for everybody who was there on the wall. But it was a huge battle that literally nobody in the kingdom is going to ever talk about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're still not going to believe in giants.
No, unfortunately not. I mean, one of those guys who was there still isn't going to believe in the Giants.
Oh. All right. I guess that'll take us to our season finale, The Children. Bunch of kids in this one, I guess, or something.
Well,
I mean, starting off with
John goes to Mance. They have a whole situation talking about what comes next, and then a bunch of horses arrive. Stannis Baratheon is with the wildlings now.
That's where he's been. Right.
Yeah,
went around.
This is like had the idea, like, hey, let's go check this out. And
then we cut to the mountain, getting work done.
We find apparently
he's not a man. What is Price Elbow? He's like, he's not from the Citadel. He can't do that stuff.
And I love too in like the previous, not the previous episode, the previous episode where you saw like the guy like wiping some stuff on the blade, and you don't put two and two together until you get to the Zozo and talk about how he was poisoned with it.
It's not a horrible plan. As like over and it's like, well, if I just stab this guy once,
oh yeah, that's all.
Even if I lose, like he's going down. I at least get that. I'm like, okay, like like. At least Oberyn at least had a backup plan.
Then over on the other side of the world, we get Dany kind of having her a little, I guess, weekly get together with the city folk. You got an old guy who was a slave, and it's like, I kind of want to be a slave again? Can like go back? My life was better that way.
I mean, I've seen Shawshank Redemption. Like I see an institutionalized man. I know when I see an institutionalized man. All right.
Well, and then
another guy comes up with
it's no longer a sheep that the dragon has consumed. It's a child.
I mean, to be fair, you know that there's dragons just like roaming the countryside, torching goats. Maybe keep your kid away from the goats.
I mean, hold on. We don't know what the kid did to the dragon, all right? The kid may have had it coming.
I mean, the one kid was throwing rocks at dragons, so. And then Dany has to go and maybe not fair that she chains up the other two dragons.
Well, she can't get the other one back.
Yeah.
That's right. Like, well, one's just gone. Like, we don't know where.
Dude, she tried to interfere with sharing food last time, and the big black one about ripped her face off. So,
damn, Dany, maybe not the best mother.
You know, being the mother of dragons is kind of fucking hard. We get a badass scene between Tywin and Cersei. Cersei's like, Tywin's like, you're gonna marry him. I will not. Jaime has to have fucking kids. Like screams at her, like, you know what? I was willing to give my son Nightshade. I was willing to take it all that night. I will take it. You want to talk about the rumors? The rumors between me and those are lies. Are they? Like, you want to tell the truth? Like, she just basically comes out and just says it all to him. She's like, I'm not doing what you say. Like, it's not happening. Your legacy's a lie. Everything it is, I do. Good luck. Like, this is the truth. And it does not sit well with Tywin.
And then she goes to Jamie, and you're like, you know how I've been kind of like a dick to you this whole season? Well, I'm back with you 100% now.
Let's fuck.
You remember how I blamed you for not escaping prison fast enough? I'm cool with that now.
And we got a fucking real supernatural fucking weird ass scene where the Bronn and the kids fucking skeletons come from the ground and start attacking them, and they have to run. They get greeted by the children.
Like the Keebler or something like that.
Yeah, the fire, and then all of a sudden they get sent. They run inside this tree, and the skeletons all blow up and like can't go in there. And there's an old man sitting there talking to him. Because her brother dies. Like, gets stabbed and stuff. He's like, he knew it was going to happen. I've been communicating with him this entire time. I'm the Three-Eyed Raven. The fuck are you talking about, pal? Like, what the fuck, bro? I know it wouldn't be on brand, but Hodor being like, the fuck? What? Like, he breaks silent. He breaks Hodor and just was like, fuck? What? But yeah, he basically is here to train Bran. And then Podrick and what's her nuts
very well at night.
Yeah,
he's no egg, that's for sure.
Podrick and what's her name? I can't
Brienne.
Run into the Hound and Arya. And have you ever seen the thing like two owners of the same dog? Like, come here. I will take care of you. Come here. And then I just love like the Hound's like, you stupid bitch. She's dead. Her dad's dead. Her brother's dead. Her mother's dead. Her aunt's dead. Everybody she fucking knows is dead. So where are you gonna take her? The Lannisters? Like, where are you gonna help her out? I know what's best for her. And then they go to fucking battle.
Oh yeah.
Valyrian steel. I always wanted one of these. And he grabs the fucking sword and starts like cutting into his hand. And he beats the fuck out of Brienne. And then Brienne grabs a rock and just goes you want to talk about a yell. Brienne taking that rock and just and she sends him off a fucking cliff down a hill and beat up real bad.
But Arya is nowhere to be found when she gets back up to the top. So they're off, and then we get Arya goes to check on the Hound. Not doing so great.
You got wine. Just kill me now. I'm on your fucking list. Just kill me.
Then she comes closer, just takes his money. It's like, kill me.
And then just leaves him there and leaves him to die.
So awesome.
A low-key heartbreaking moment. I gotta say, just like
the Hound is like truly like a misunderstood character. Like that he just is. Like he's not a nice guy. Like he has done horrible shit. Like I'm not defending
he's not
that.
a good guy or a nice guy, but
the more you've known about him, you know why he shared some stuff about himself. Like
I mean, in that moment when he snaps at Brienne about like, I mean, where's Arya gonna go? Like everybody should does. Like we know in that moment that the Hound sees a bit of himself in Arya, and he actually cares about her. And like, I mean, Arya's just never gonna get over that, and then it happens the way it happens because it's not gonna happen any other way. But like, shit, man, like the Hound literally cannot catch a break, and he talks about how I was like, yeah, I should have sucked her sister back then, and then maybe my life would have been better.
He's just trying to say anything to get her to kill him. But
the absolute best part of the season, one of the best parts of the season, Tyrion's in his cell. Jaime opens the door and says, "You still have some friends here," and they're gonna break him out. And they basically tell each other goodbye. He's like, "You're gonna go up the stairs. You're gonna get on. Varys is gonna get you out. Just go up the stairs." But Tyrion has another alternative. He ends up into the hand of the king tower, and he starts walking towards the bedroom, and he sees a person in the bed, and it's like, "Come back to bed, my lion," and it's Shay. And he kills her. He climbs up on top.
She tries to kill him first.
True, there's a battle for us, but he ends up grabbing that chain and just dropping off the bed.
That was the chain that he gave her, like tried to give her before, right? Like,
yeah.
And then he like walks in, and he knows, and Tywin is on the toilet, on the loo, the privy, as he would like to call it. And it's like, I just love the part. He's like, "I killed her." Who? Shay. She's a whore. Say that again. Like, what? You're gonna try to embarrass your father on the privy? Like, you call her a whore again, I will. And basically it's like, "You always wanted me dead. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Like, why I couldn't just exist." And it's like, "You're my son. You're a Lannister. You can't be killed." Like, tries to talk him up there, and it's like, "We can get past this whore," and fucking shoots him with the fucking arrow. It's like, "That's it. You shot your father." It's like,
now watch me reload.
What did he said something to him at the end.
You are not my son. Like I am your son. I will always be your son.
Oh, so good.
You knew I was innocent, and you still sentenced me to die. Like, you hated me that much. You always wanted me dead.
I wasn't really gonna let them kill you.
Like, nah, broski. I was like, that wasn't gonna happen. Like, you just had to give him some time.
Oh,
and puts the second arrow into the kill. I love. He goes up the stairs to Varys, and
I
Varys
was like, "What have you done?
You done? Let's get the fuck out of here." "Okay, pal."
I mean, I just think it's crazy. Like when he's given Jamie tells him, "Yeah, just go up those stairs," and he like turns and goes the other way. Like almost any other character in this show, if they would have done that and gone off course, it probably wouldn't have ended well for him. But Tyrion, it works out pretty good for him. He goes there and gets his revenge and everything.
Well, the reveal was devastating. Like, I don't know if things like turned out really well.
Yeah. And then I love too when Varys helps get him loaded up on the ship. Then he starts hearing the bells go off, and he's like, "Might be a good time to peace out."
I mean,
I'm gonna stay here
to see what he did.
I do love then Arya goes to board a ship, and she's like, "No, I'm not taking you. No amount of silver will take it." And then she pulls out the coin, and she goes, "Where did you get this?" And then Rabagulis, whatever it is. And
what's that, Cody? How do you say that?
Rabagulis. The best I got, buddy. I don't really know what it says.
Not so easy.
You want some gabagool? Like, what was it?
Hey, gabagool! Yeah. And then she turns around, and Walnuts is on the fucking boat. Like, "Hey, bitch, I'm walking here."
You found a way to make the episode better, Cody.
Thank you.
I will say,
then Paulie shot off the boat.
Then you see them just dumping Tywin's body at the boat.
Yeah. Hey, you fucking gabagool. And she sails off.
I'll just go back to like, what a way to send off Tywin's character. It's like, it's the closest thing we have to, like, I don't know, like a hero winning. Like, just in it's crazy that they spent the whole episode just kind of stripping down Tywin like it into nothing. Like that we have Cersei telling him off and like, you know, being truthful about her and Jaime. He lost Jaime because like sends Tyrion to die. and then Tyrion finds out that, oh, I guess Tywin is also kind of a hypocrite since, you know, he let a old lady into the night, you know, like take his bed at night, and he dies on a fucking toilet. There's just like they spend the whole episode just taking taking all of Tywin's dignity.
Oh yeah.
Well, and it's absolutely like, and it just shows like Tyrion couldn't do anything wrong. You can't have a whore in the hand of the king, and he literally found with her still. Like it was okay. Like the thing he got crucified for is the thing that he ends up doing because it was the difference. And I just love. I killed her. Ooh. Hey, the whore. Say it again.
Oh god.
Say that one more motherfucking time.
I'll say this. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I think at that moment, when Tyrion shot Tywin,
Mm-hmm.
like if something happened to me, I think it's only happened 2 other times when I've been watching a show. When I've been watching a show in real time, as I'm watching it week to week to week. Like I watched that part and thought, you know, I might be watching the greatest show ever unfolding in front of me right now.
Mm.
And I think the only other time I felt that way was probably when Walter like jumps back at like Skylar and Flynn and being like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Like, we're a family. Like, oh shit, I might be watching the greatest show like of all time. Like
Thank you so much for saying that.
It's just like, I mean, it's number 2. Like, it didn't quite, you know, get there, but you know, like it's still really
fucking crazy.
But I will say, like, Game of Thrones like had that moment, like in this season, like it made me think for a bit. This could be like the greatest show ever made.
All it has to do is keep this momentum for like another 3 seasons.
I truly believe. I can give you 3 more seasons. Fourth one, we might have some problems. I will say, like, this is one, like, up there is one of the greatest seasons of television. Like, you can, if you don't watch any Game of Thrones ever after, if you don't want to go back to 3 or if you just watch 4,
yeah,
I don't know much that you'll be like, yeah, what can we do a little bit different here? Nah, we're good. We are 100% good. Okay. So, bad guy of the week.
I mean, it's Ollie, right? I mean, I don't know who else you guys got, but
I have an off-the-landish one. I will see where you guys are at. Tyrion. I'm a pretty big fan of Tywin. I'm a big fan of Tywin. I'm on brand at least. I'm on brand at least.
All right, so Cody's crazy. Who you got, Mark?
I'm not insane.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, I always try to think if there's anybody from Justified or The Americans, and like, I don't think there is. At least no good one.
I mean,
and
Dylan Baker like almost like destroyed the world by potentially releasing a virus.
and like, you know, as much as I, you know,
the showrunners of Justified.
Okay, I think I might have something just because, like, this is just maybe one of the all-time great fuck ups. Would you guys be able to entertain having Oberyn be the bad guy of the week? Just because,
you know,
he kind of fucked everything up by just not immediately killing the mountain.
By getting too close to the mountain, even. You've got a spear. You don't have to get that close to him.
I mean,
I'm still Team Ollie.
Like, because I mean, I like to tell you something with like with like Tywin or anything, but like Tywin just like gets his balls kicked in like the whole time. Like,
yeah, Tywin. Did Tywin ever get bad guy of the week? He must have. Let me look.
I mean,
Tywin is definitely to have.
Yeah, he got it in week 12. So yeah, he's already got it. So yeah.
But he could also get it again for having her in his bed.
I mean that's fucked up. Like
That's fucked. Over Ollie not knowing their connection and thinking he's doing good is kind of a weird.
We've given people not bad guy of the week because they did things to characters that we didn't like. So then we can give Ollie bad guy of the week for doing something to a character we do like.
Listen, if you want me to justify my actions, I refuse. Okay, I can't explain it. I can't explain why Walter White, Tywin Lannister, and Roy. Why can't I ever think of his last name?
Logan Roy. You got the
Logan
last
Roy. I said the last name is his first name. Logan Roy. I can't explain to why these Titans are like the best characters of all time, and they don't do a lot of wrong.
Or you know what? Tywin did resend that pardon over to Marine.
That was his last good strategic maneuver. That,
along with sleeping with his son's.
I'm with him. Tywin's got it.
Like that.
Let's do Matt logic. We're not going to be able to give it to him anymore. So we might as well just give it to him now because it's done.
But I'm gonna still put Ollie that I voted for Ollie.
Would that be a first of like a guy like who just dies this week still gets a bad guy?
No, we gave it to Joffrey.
Yeah, we gave it to Joffrey the week he died.
Oh yeah, we did.
Because this is our last chance to give it to him.
That's what Matt's justification goes. Guys, we won't be able to do this anymore.
Well, I mean, Joffrey deserves bad guy of the week 4 times. I don't know if there might be one person that might be able to beat him this group, but we'll see.
They're gonna have 2 more seasons to build up some cred, and I can think of at least 1 week. They're definitely winning.
Well, let me see. Let's do kill counts real quick. So Americans. We are up to 215 kills. Okay. Justified, we are up to 90 kills. And Game of Thrones, we are up to 9,639 kills.
How many times do you have to start and stop watches on the wall? I just realized that had been an excruciating experience.
That was not easy. Let me tell you.
No, he's a cheater. He goes to the wikis. Let's not.
Well, this number would be a lot lower if it wasn't for the wikis, because the ones you can actually see on screen is a much smaller number.
How many died in the battle?
I think I averaged it to about what did I say it was? I put it at 200. Because they lost about maybe 40 Night's Watch guys, and then Mance's army. He only really lost like around 150, give or take. So, yeah.
Around 3-1 for them. Like, that's not bad.
Yeah.
They did good.
All right. So the Americans. Matt, what's your rating?
I think the season was really solid overall. There was definitely some questionable things, but for the most part, I liked the virus storyline better than the stuff from last season, the CIA stuff that we didn't really understand what was going on. So I'm going to bump this one up a little bit, put it 4 stars.
My question is, you two hate the Americans, don't you? Because what are my ratings for the last 3 seasons been? Do you have that?
You for season 1 you gave a 4, season 2 you gave a 4, and season 3 you gave a 3.5.
Yeah, because everything else is low on here, and Justified's higher than that. I just disagree strongly on this one. last season I gave a 3.5.
Yeah,
it might have been low on that one. I probably would have been 4. I don't know what I was thinking.
I think it's the main story last season with all that got kind of confusing, but
yeah, I think I'm gonna 4 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the whole ride. I understand the season finale wasn't an injury, but I think the Elizabeth and Paige and all that interesting stuff got really good, and I'm excited to see where that goes. Plus, her running in and saying the tape, like we got the tape to send. I thought that was intrigue. There's just so many different levels. The Martha stuff I thought was really. I thought the Martha stuff was really solid. They killed off Nina, which was just perfect, just random and weird. My favorite part of the entire season was literally Paige looking at her and like Elizabeth going, "You will go to every Bible study. You will tell me everything, and you will be in a good mood. You can control your actions, and you will." That was just like next level. So I'm going to go 4. So that's 2 4s. Here comes Mark to wreck the day.
What have my ratings been? Like, I just want to.
All right, so you gave season 1 a 3.5. You gave season 2 a 4, and you gave season 3 a 3.5.
Okay.
So 3.5.
We've all been pretty much about the same.
This one's kind of tough, just because I thought like I would say for like the first 10, 11 episodes, the season was pretty spectacular. Like, it's the ride and the build are as good as like any show like as I've ever seen. I really do not care for how it ends. I feel like it's pretty anticlimactic, but I don't really want it to. I don't think it downgrades the season that much. So I think I'm going to give it what I was leaning to giving it 4. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. This is my favorite season of the show by far, and I'm so in on what happens next. Like, I cannot wait till we get to the end.
So that's a 4.25.
Nice.
Which puts it 4 all time on this season. Right behind Justified Season 2, right ahead of Game of Thrones Season 2.
That's fine.
I think Game of Thrones is going to be pretty easy.
I mean, I don't. We're gonna.
Does anybody not have Game of Thrones Season 4 at a 5? Okay. So the only thing that we have to decide, and I think I already know the answer, so I'm just going to put it there. Is this better than Season 3 of Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yes.
Season 4 of Game of Thrones is one of the greatest television seasons of all time.
Agree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like Reigns of Castamere is brilliant.
Yeah.
But the Danny stuff in Season 3 is garbage.
The first half of the Danny stuff.
Right. The first half is great. The second half is garbage.
I mean, to be fair, the Danny stuff in this season is not all that great either, but it's not bad.
Well, we don't spend a ton of time with them.
Yeah. The Danny and the Bran stuff, we don't do as much time this season, so it can't really drag it down.
They learn from that mistake on the previous one.
Even like the Bran stuff, the time we pop in on Bran are still, because we get the moment we have in the children, and then it's like, then we see like whenever
the Casters
they're part of the whole Casters Keep thing, which is a great part of the season. Like, yeah, it doesn't like even the weak stuff.
That's also in this season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even the weak stuff of their storyline like doesn't bog it down like at all. Like this,
Hound Arya. Like, there's so many like full blown, like, we lose so many characters after Season 3, and they were like, "Oh, where's this show go?" Fucking up, baby. We don't lose fucking nothing.
Yeah, Danny is really the only weak part of the season, and like I said, she's barely even really in it, so it doesn't really affect it. All right,
so Justified Season 4.
Is there anyone who doesn't have Justified Season 4 as a 5?
I mean,
who has 2 hands?
It's not a 5. I'll tell you that. Like, I can tell you that for certain.
Can you give me my scores?
All right. So for Justified Season 1, you had a 3. Justified Season 2, you had a 4.5, and Justified Season 3, you had a 4.
Jesus Christ, that was nice last season.
Last season was good. What are you talking about?
You warned me of how bad something is coming. I almost want to give this like a 2.5. But I'm gonna put it at a 3.
Okay.
And just because I need room to go lower.
Okay.
So, and that would go into Oz territory. And at least these shows will only be 43 minutes. Yeah, so it's a 3 for me. Mark?
Okay. What have, even though I think I only need to know what season 1 was, just tell me all 3, just so that I have an idea.
Season 1, you gave a 2.5. Season 2, you gave a 4. And season 3, you gave a 3.5.
Yeah, you gave Mags Bennett a fucking 4. You disrespectful fucking hobbit, you.
Cody's been the most vocal, but you've been the harshest as far as giving scores to justify.
He's the harshest every time on anything. Like, this is the guy who's like half star fucking sawtooth blows dicks. Like,
I mean,
no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Like season 3 should have probably also been a 4. Like, I think this is it's much better than what we got.
Season 1.
I don't. It's not worse than season 1. Season 4 is not worse because, like, season 1, like the show legitimately wasted some of our time. So, like, I don't, like, I don't think season 4 quite did that.
So it sounds like you're sitting at a 3 right there.
I can't. No pun intended. I can't justify going higher than a 3. So I agree with Cody. It's a 3. Like, it's not the worst thing we've ever seen, but
Matt.
It's flawed as hell. Like, we're getting into like some dicey territory with Justified right now.
Well, I mean, I definitely enjoy it more than you guys. That we know this, but I still can't go over the moon about it. It's definitely not as good as the last season. So I'll give it a 3.5.
3.25. It is now the lowest season of Justify of the show.
It's lower than 1? Like, who?
1 is a 3.5. I gave it, what did I give it, a 3?
You gave it a 3.
You gave it a 2.5, and I think Matt gave it a 4.
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay, like that. Okay, all right. Guess that works out. Okay.
Because I think when you gave it 2.5, I gave it 3, he gave it 3.5. We're like 3. Well, wait.
So
it would be a
3.25. Yeah, this should be lower.
So we decide if it's season 1 or season 4 is the worst.
Huh.
I think season 1's worse.
Season 1's worse. Like, yeah, 100%.
Okay. So then we saved it. Yay!
I'm sorry.
Good job, everybody.
I brought you on the show to make you the new Oz.
My favorite thing: 1, 2, and 3. Game of Thrones. Justified. Americans. Game of Thrones. And then everything else is American Justified.
Matt, this is not the new Oz. By this point, we were hating our fucking lives with Oz.
Well,
like we wanted it all to end.
I didn't know if I could do TV Chronicles after Oz, to be honest with you. Every week that was a fucking chore.
Yeah, it's just that it's 20 different characters, and most of them weren't hidden.
I think.
Don't worry.
For like the last month and a half, I just watched it right before the show because it wasn't. I couldn't talk about it otherwise. I would forget it if I saw it the day before.
All right, so that's a wrap on season 4 of all these shows. Awesome.
Yes. So next week we will have 3, and we're all in season 5 of these shows. Nearing the Justified has 2 more seasons?
Yep, Justified and Americans both have 2 more seasons. and then
So
Game
we're
of
gonna
Thrones
we're gonna hit
after
the
next season.
we're gonna hit the
Fast
slow
forward.
down. We're gonna hit the slow down on the Americans. Can we do
And
we do a
Justified.
3 and a 5? Do we do 4s still or no?
I believe so. Yeah. This season here, season 5 is still going to be the same as what we've
Okay.
been doing.
Okay, perfect.
It's
All
after
right, well
that.
that's the show. I would say, hey, we're going to be doing a live show on House of the Dragon, but by the time you're seeing this, House of the Dragon will already be out. So go watch that. But yeah, so we will check you next week for another episode of TV Chronicles. Be well.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.